And what's going on? First of all, welcome, welcome up, welcome to whoever's going to watch this YouTube live because nobody's in here right now. But I'll make this for future reference, just in case you need it. Before I begin, let me get a word from my sponsor. Gotta manifest it, man. Put it into the universe. Who knows? One day they may call me and cut me a check just to advertise their product. Shout out to Dos my favorite beverage as of right now. Appreciate all the love, man. But I haven't gone YouTube live in a little while. I think it's been like a week or so, a few weeks. And I feel like it was important to go YouTube live today because I have something I want to tell someone out there. I don't care if it's one person who needs to hear what I'm going to say right now, but it's extremely important, man. The thing I want to tell you, whoever's watching this, whether you watch it now, I don't care if you watch it 10, 20, 30 years from now, because it's going to apply. You cannot please everyone. Okay? It is impossible to please everyone. There will always be someone, especially if you are a content creator, a writer, a poet, author, whatever field you're in. Let's say you're not even in a creative field. There will always be someone out there who is not a fan of you. You might work at McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, whatever. There will be someone who is not a fan of you. For whatever the reason is not even important. There will always be people who will not rock with you. There will always be people who don't like you, who don't like your style, they don't like the way you talk, they don't like the way you dress. And honestly, a lot of the times it has nothing to do with you. I would say 90 to 95% of the time, maybe even more than that, it's really about them. Because if you are comfortable in your skin, if you are comfortable with who you are, who you really are, then their opinions, who the fuck cares? Now, I'm not saying this as someone who's 100% confident in themselves. I'm saying this as someone I'm saying this as someone who's 32 years old, just turned 32 last month, who is starting to just realize and see some things like, yo, you can't please everyone, man. There will always be people who just are not in alignment with you. And I'm not even talking about strangers. It could be your family. It could be your quote-unquote friends, your homeboys, your homegirls, your co-workers, whoever. But one thing I'm starting to realize is that the most important opinion of you, the most important opinion of you is your opinion. However you feel about yourself, whatever you enjoy, whatever gets you excited or give you joy or or makes you get out of bed every morning and gives you a sense of purpose, then that's what's right for you. And everyone is not going to understand that, man. Everyone is not going to see your vision. Everyone is not going to be okay with you being okay with yourself. Think about it. I'm going to say it again. Everyone is not going to be okay with you being okay with yourself. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Like right now, I'm someone who's currently in the process of deconstructing Christianity. I no longer identify myself as a Christian because, I'm not even going to get into it. I'll say that for the next YouTube live or whatever, but let's just say for me, it person doesn't make sense anymore to be a Christian. Now, if that works for you, if that's the thing that helps you, and if that's the thing that helps you change your life or is helping you change your life currently, by all means, live your life, and I wish you well. I don't wish you eternal hellfire and brimstone just because you believe differently than me. But I understand that there are people, even now, I've made a few YouTube videos about it. There are people already with their opinions and comments. I can't listen to y'all, man, because there's too many people. Because these people might say one thing, and then these people might say another thing. My family might say this thing, my friends might say this thing, but what do I think? What is my opinion? What is my perspective? Because you can't please everyone. And one thing I've realized, man, is that being a people pleaser is funny, because being a people pleaser, the only person who will be unsatisfied is you. Because you're putting on a mask. You start to develop imposter analysis paralysis, but it's like an imposter syndrome where you're just, I think it's a phrase for it, I'm not sure what it is. But essentially, you're just trying to be something that you're not, just to appease people, just to make other people happy, just to make other people okay with you. You're cutting yourself off, essentially hurting yourself, just to avoid conflict, because you don't really want to talk about how you really feel. So you bite your tongue, you don't speak your mind, and it doesn't matter what the issue. It could be a political issue. It doesn't really matter. That's not important. The important thing is you're not comfortable with yourself. It's like, think about it. Let's say someone like Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick Lamar gets on stage, every time he gets on stage and performs in front of tens of thousands of people. Do you honestly think Kendrick Lamar gives a fuck about what you think if you don't like his music? Who the fuck cares, bro? I mean, think about it. You have every right to not like his music, to not like his style. Cool, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. But what if he sat around and put your opinion on a pedestal? He wouldn't be successful. Let's say you're an author. Let's say you're trying to write a book, but everyone else's opinions or doubts are in your mind. Now you can't even write because their doubts and their fears and their perspectives and their opinions have now become your perspectives and doubts and opinions and fears. And now you can't even move forward. And the sad part is the things that you're afraid of aren't even the things you're really afraid of. That's what your fucking parents are afraid of. That's what your grandparents... By the way, I see two people in the live. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know who you are, because I can't tell who's in there. It'd be greatly appreciated. But the fears aren't even your fears, man. Like, think about it. Think about what you're afraid of. Think about your fears. Think about the things that give you anxiety. Is that really what you fear? It's kind of like, for me, Christianity. When people talk about hellfire, brimstone, and all this and that. That ain't really what I think. That's what's been instilled in me at a young age. That ain't really what I think. I don't think if you don't accept Christ as Lord and Savior, you're going to burn in hellfire and brimstone. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that anymore. I used to for essentially all my life, but as of recently, within the last month or so, come to realize that's just not my belief. I don't believe it. And if you believe it, cool. If that's the thing that helps you remain on track, if that's the thing that helps you remain sane in this crazy world, or keeps you grounded, or keeps you humble, whatever you want to say, cool, do it. I wish you well. I don't wish you eternal hell. I hope you prevail. I don't care if you're male or female. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't believe that. That's what my parents believe. That's what my grandparents believe. That's what my aunts and, cousins or whoever. Why do I have to believe that? That's not what I believe. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. But as of today, I don't believe it. And I'm just using that as an example. It could be anything, man. Stop trying to please everyone. It's impossible. The only person who will be unsatisfied is you. Because you will never truly know who you are. No, I won't even say you will know who you are. I think what it is, you know exactly who you are on the inside, but because you're so afraid of people's judgments and so afraid of people. I said, man, it's crazy how, people will talk about their fear of God. Oh, I have a fear of God. I have a fear of the Lord and all this different stuff. Fear of God. I personally think a lot of people fear other people's opinions more than they fear God. That's the same reason why I think a lot of people actually fear going to hell more than they love God. But that's another conversation. The point that I'm trying to make is you have to decide what's best for you, man. And I'm telling this to anybody out there, especially if you're younger. Listen, I'm 32 years old. Especially if you're younger than me, man. Stop trying to please everyone. Fam, start your fucking YouTube channel. Start your blog. Write a book. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Fuck it. You think Stephen King's first books were great? You think everyone is a fan of Stephen King? Stephen King's somewhere chilling on a couple of probably $100 million. You think he gives a fuck? You think everyone is a fan of the iPhone? Steve Jobs passed away, but I'm just saying that the point is like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna appease the people who rock with me, and the people who don't, cool, that's their perspective. Everyone has a right to their opinion. The only opinion that fucking matters is yours. What do you think about yourself? Stop, pause this, get off this live, wherever you are. I want you to really ask yourself, like, what do you think about you? Not your family, not your significant other, not your husband, not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your side piece. What do you think about you? How do you feel about you? Forget everybody else. Let's say no one else existed in this planet, on this planet, in this universe. What do you think people are gonna hate whether you do what they want or not? The difference is you lose when you don't do what you feel is in your spirit. Fucking exactly. Shout out to King Mama 24/8. You just pretty much summed up exactly what I'm saying. Appreciate it. That I'm gonna read it again. People gonna hate whether you do what they want or not. Difference is you lose when you don't do what you feel in your spirit. Thank you. You just summed up exactly what I'm saying. Appreciate the comment. Seriously. That's it. Because it doesn't matter what you do. You only, like you say, you only end up losing when you don't do what's in your spirit. Because the sad part is, let's say you end up doing what the other people, well, let's say you end up doing what they want you to do. They're still going to find something to bitch about anyway. Let's say you go to college because they say, oh, going to college is the right thing. And you end up signing for these courses. Oh, you went to college? Cool. But you didn't sign up for such and such? Oh, man, that's stupid as fuck. See, now your ass in debt. Trying to appease people. It's the same thing with, I thought about this. It's the same thing with voting. People will tell you, oh, voting is important. Vote for the president. All right, I'm going to vote Republican. Oh, no, what the fuck you doing? What you mean? We supposed to be Democrat. You ain't black if you ain't Democrat. It's like, hold on. You just told me to vote. You can tell me who to vote for, but it's a problem if I don't do what you want me to do. That's what I mean. And shout out to King Mama 24/8. I really appreciate the comment. It's the God honest truth. Regardless of what you do, somebody's going to have a problem with it, man. I'm not going to be too long on this YouTube live. I just wanted to get on here and say this to whoever's watching this, whoever's going to watch this in the future, because this applies to everyone. I don't care if you're a writer, a poet, a singer, a dancer. Start your business, man. You want to write books? Write books. You want to dance? Go dance. You want to sing? Go sing. You want to make YouTube content? Go make YouTube content. Forget content creation. If you want to go present your idea at your job, hey man, I have an idea. Fuck it, do it. What's stopping you? It's not those people, it's you. And then one thing that I do a lot, and I can be transparent right now, is it's like you start to imagine it's like you play it out in your head. It's like a movie. Like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just be myself. And then you start playing out what other people are gonna say about you. You actually hear what they're saying in your mind and your imagination. And now, that's why I believe that quote that says we suffer more in our imagination. I don't know if it's a direct quote, but essentially it's saying we suffer more in our imagination and our minds than anything else. That's where the suffering really is. Not saying that people don't suffer physically. Of course, I'm never going to minimize that. I'm just talking about the imagination, our fears, our worries. Like, is that even what you're afraid of, or is that what your parents are afraid of? It's like, for example, let's say your parents or grandparents, whoever, never got on a plane before because they think as soon as you get on a plane, the fucking plane is going to crash into a fucking building like it's 9/11. Now your ass never take a trip for your entire life because of some of your fucking grandparents believed. That wasn't even your fear. That was their fear that they have now instilled in you. So I'm at the point where I'm telling people, man, question everything you grew up believing. I don't care if it came from the church. I don't care if it came from your Sunday school teacher, your parents, your significant other. Question, why do I believe this? If you walk around feeling horrible about yourself, like you just bad or guilty or a sinner, quote unquote, who made you believe that? You don't even believe. You believe that because someone else made you believe that. But the truth is, that's not even your belief. And now you're trying to appease people who ain't gonna never be fucking satisfied anyway. And the only person, shout out to King Mamba again, the only person who's not gonna be satisfied, or the only person who's gonna lose is you. And then you're gonna waste all this time, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, God knows how many years, concerning yourself with other people's opinions. Who the fuck cares, man? There are 8 billion people in the world. Have you ever considered that maybe your family is not your family? You ever consider that your family members, that maybe y'all just related by blood but not by spirit? That maybe by you being your true self, you can actually find your tribe, find the people you're actually supposed to. Not saying you're supposed to, not love your family, your loved ones and all that, but you gotta love yourself too. Like me, I deal with the fear of rejection. But you wanna know what's so crazy about it? I end up rejecting myself. It's like I don't know if the word is an oxymoron or maybe it's a paradox, I'm not sure. But essentially it's kind of like, okay, you end up being accepted by everybody else, but you're rejecting yourself. Are you winning? Are you winning when you reject yourself, but you end up accepted by everyone else? You're taking a loss. Because if you flip it around, if you get rejected by your loved ones for accepting yourself, you won. That's their personal problem. That has nothing to do with you. I don't care what you do, what your belief, what your fuck. I don't even give a fuck with your sexuality, all that shit, bro. I don't care. Who do you want to be? Who are you? When you're alone by yourself, when you look in the mirror, who the fuck are you? Make you happy, man. And if that makes other people unhappy because you're making yourself happy, fuck it. You say everyone has people that they're spiritually connected to. I agree. Sometimes you have to find the family that knows who you really are. Once again, King Mamba, shout out to you. Great comment again. I really appreciate the comment. And you're absolutely right. And that can only happen when you begin to truly embrace who you are. When you begin to embrace your essence, your beliefs, and understanding that you're a human being, that you might feel this way today. Who knows, a year from now, you might change your mind, but let it be because that's what you want to do. Not contingent upon your family, your friends, your parents. Bro, you don't owe anyone anything. I'm just going to say it. I wish that's why I'm making these videos, because these are basically things. I ain't no guru. I don't know everything. These are just things I wish I would have learned 10 years ago. Hell, even 5 years ago. If I had just learned these things and applied it, my life would be drastically different right now. That's why I say don't be like me, be better than me. I'm not saying this because I know everything. I'm saying this because I've been in this position my entire life. So if I could say at least one thing that can get you to kind of think about something and reconsider where you are, what you want to be or do in this life, my job is done. If my failures can help you, then all good. Everyone isn't a fan of my content. Everyone doesn't like the way I talk. Everyone doesn't like the fact that I talk about this and the next thing you know I'm talking about this. I'm all over the place sometimes. Everyone isn't a fan of my content. Everyone isn't a fan of me. What I'm supposed to do? Not make content because some fucking people don't have 1,000 fucking subscribers on here. And shout out to everyone who's subscribed, future subscribers. Greatly appreciate it. But what I'm supposed to do? Try to appease the people who don't like my content? Y'all ain't gonna be satisfied either way. I'm also someone who believes that it's not even always, I'll go further than that. Let's say one day, I'll just use someone as an example. Let's say Donald Trump. I'm just gonna use him as an example because he's a polarizing figure. A lot of people don't like Donald Trump, right? Okay, whatever you feel about him, honestly, I don't give a shit. Don't tell me. Who the fuck cares? I just want you to think because he's a polarizing figure. Now, there are a lot of people who don't like this dude, right? Let's say Donald Trump gets on TV and says the most honest, truthful thing that, I mean, you couldn't deny what he's saying even if you try, because you know what he's saying is true. You will still not like it because he the one that said it. But let somebody you like, or I don't know, someone like a Jay-Z or Beyonce say the exact same thing. Oh yeah, that's gospel. We like that. But when it's somebody you don't like, oh no, we don't like that. People ain't satisfied, man. Write your book. Make your content. Put out your song. Put out your music. Make your YouTube page. Make your TikTok. Start your business idea. Bro, just do it. Don't be like me and analysis paralysis, overthinking bullshit. Do it. And understand that you are not for everyone. You are not for everyone. Let me go ahead and just put the beer down and say it. Everyone will not be a fan of you. I don't give a damn if you get 99 great comments. There will always be one comment where someone's trying to hate you or throw you off or don't like you. Now, you can focus all your time on the people who love you, who rock with you, and just, you cool. And at the same, or you can sit around and try to focus on that one comment. And the sad part is, I go further than that. Even the people that love you today might hate you tomorrow. Because they might love you for the fact that you're outspoken and you're so real and honest. Until you say something they don't like, and next thing you know, they're dissing you on all the social media sites. I thought you just rocked with me. Now I said something you don't like, and all of a sudden we enemies. You can't please everyone, man. So my point is, I'm about to end this live again. I ain't want to be too long on this today. Start your book. Start your YouTube channel. Start your blog site, your vlog. I don't care what it is, man. Just go for it. Understand that everyone that's in your life right now, I go further than that. Everyone that's in your life right now isn't meant to be in your life forever. Everyone that's in your life right now, I don't care if it's family, parents, whoever, they're not meant to be in your life forever. Doesn't mean you don't love them. Doesn't mean it's hate. Doesn't mean it's animosity. But you have to choose you. If that means disassociating yourself from beliefs or ideas that you may have grown up believing and now you no longer believe it, and if it means you separating from people that you love, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. They'll call you selfish because you choose to be progressive, because you choose to actually live your life. Their fears can no longer be your fears, man. If they fear, I don't give a fuck if they just fear getting on a plane and traveling. That can't be your fear. Buy a fucking plane ticket and go travel. If they fear going to hell, fire and brimstone, but you don't really believe that, disassociate from that shit and find God for yourself. That's the path I'm on. Whatever that means. It's not about a particular religion. I'm not even going to get into all that right now. I don't feel like talking about it right now. Find God for yourself. Find whatever the higher purpose, higher calling is for yourself. And understand at the end of the day, it's your life. You can't live for other people. Eventually, you're going to have to choose yourself. And whoever is meant to be in your life and rock with you, they will. Whoever's meant to just kind of disassociate, it is what it is. It doesn't mean it's hate. Doesn't mean it's not. I'm sure you got family members you don't talk to every day. We all do. I don't mean you don't love them, don't care about them. We just go different ways. You go this path, I go this path. Everyone has their own path, man. You need to be loyal to you. These are things I wish I would have learned at a young age. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to your ideas. Learn to love yourself. Even if that means people start to hate you for you loving yourself, fuck them. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love you. Learn to care about you and what you want, your desires, what makes you happy, what gets you out of bed every morning. Maybe you're someone who doesn't want to work a regular 9-to-5 job and you want to go do your own thing. Maybe you just want to fucking travel the world and see life instead of being tied down to a fucking job. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for that. Fuck them. Live your life. Family, friends, I don't care. Live your life. Maybe you don't want to go to college and get a fucking 4-year degree. Maybe you don't want to get a law degree. Fuck those people. What do you want? What do you want? Or do you want to be on your fucking deathbed at 80 years old having all these regrets on what you should have, could have, and would have done had you just got over the fear of other people's fucking opinions? I don't know everything. I just know these things to be true because I've experienced it in my life. This fear of people's opinions and thoughts and judgments. Fuck those people. What do you want? What do you believe? What do you desire in this earth? And I'm talking more than just a bunch of money. Okay, that's great. Because there are a lot of people who are making tons of money, yet they're still not living the life they really want. You know how many people are working at corporate jobs right now, but they really don't want to fucking be there. They're only there because they're trying to please their parents and make their parents happy, or make their boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse happy. Fuck that. What do you want? What is your desire? What do you want to bring into the world that hasn't been seen yet? You are unique. You have your own unique fingerprint. We are all different. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're atheist. I don't care if you're male. I don't care if you're female. I don't give a fuck if you're transgender. I don't give a fuck if you're non-binary, straight, gay. Who the fuck cares? Whatever spectrum or the side you on. What the fuck do you want out of life? What do you want? And go for it. Win, lose, draw, who the fuck cares? Like King Mamba said, shout out to you. The person who only loses when you try to appease everyone else is you. Everybody else kind of got what they want for you to kind of be in that same box, but you never fucking lived your life or enjoyed this life, man. Because my opinion, my thing is, we all talk about, man, what's our purpose in life? I personally think my purpose is to just simply experience life, document the experience on YouTube, music, whatever, and then when it's time, I'll go back home, wherever that is. And until then, I'm going to enjoy this shit, good, bad, indifferent, who cares? Live life. Don't be like me in analysis paralysis, overthinking everything. Live life. Find out what you want. You may not know what you want. Cool, but understand. There comes a time where you're going to have to, I don't care if you're 40, I don't care if you're 75 years old. It's never too late. You still alive? Fuck it. Live life. What do you want? What do you want to bring into the world? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to attract into your life? What people do you want to be around? Where do you want to live? Maybe you don't even want to live where you live right now. Fuck it. Live your life. And that's all I got to say, man. I appreciate everyone who's watched this or will watch this in the future. I'm at 27 minutes right now. I might as well try to hit 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just blab and talk till I hit 30 minutes. It's hot as hell out here in Houston, Texas. But shout out to everyone who subscribes to this channel. It's greatly appreciated, man. I hope I don't care if I said one thing that can just kind of flip a switch in your mind. If I said one thing, then my job is done. You ain't going to like all my content. You're not going to like me all the time. I'm not going to always say the right thing all the time. Who the fuck cares? Go find someone who's going to say the right thing all the time. And then come back to me and tell me how that worked. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. It's your first time watching. I have a lot of content. Go check it out. If you are subscribed, greatly appreciate it. Appreciate all the engagement. I appreciate people commenting on the channel, telling me what they think. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. I just appreciate the conversation. And again, man, find out what's best for you. Find out what works for you. Find your calling. Find your God. Whatever that is. Whoever that is. Find that for yourself. And experience life for yourself. And understand, man, that you cannot please everyone. You are not for everyone. And if you try to please everyone, I'm going to say this in closing. Again, just to nail it home. If you try to please everyone, the only person who will be unsatisfied is you. Because you're trying to please everyone. It's virtually impossible to please every single person. I don't care if it's your parents, grandparents, or whoever. Find life for yourself. Find your calling. Find your whatever makes you unique or unique or different. Be that. Start your book. Write your book. Start your YouTube page. Start your dance channel. Start your gaming channel. Start that poetry book. Go out there and perform in front of people. Go out there and fuck up. Go out there and fail. But at the end of the day, you will prevail. I don't care if you're Christian or Muslim or atheist. I do not wish you hell. I wish you well. My name is Ken Talk. As always, I'm just sharing my thoughts. Peace.